everybody, this is Kevin from Clouds Productions, and today I'm doing a review of this, the Grimoire card box. So I guess I should start by explaining what this is exactly. This is a card box, like I said. It opens up, you can put all your cards inside of there. This is made by Wizardry Foundry. This is the alpha version. There's also a beta version and a 3rd edition version, which I'll give you a little more information about that later on. First of all, I guess I'll just give you a tour of the box. As you can see, like I said, it opens up. And you can see it's got this pretty cool design on the front. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but kind of maybe a flag or a flame, something like maybe a feather, not a flame. But and then the back is just more of the design that goes around. And it is made out of wood. On the inside we have felt layer in the inside. And the cover here, I'm not sure what it is. I guess it feels like some sort of vinyl or something that you would get on a book itself. It's a pretty good feel. I do like the feel of it, and I do feel like it's a pretty sturdy box. Also, there are some magnets right here that helps to hold the box shut. So let's get into some technical specs about it specifically. You can get these on their website, but it claims to hold 10 Ultra Pro 75 card deck boxes, or 4 Ultra Pro, the magnetic flip boxes, the bigger ones that you can put in there. It can do 1,000 plus cards with no sleeves, or 800 cards with double sleeves. So if you are sleeving your stuff for, say, your cube, you can get about 800 cards in there, get a good decent size. The dimensions of it specifically are 9.8 centimeters by, which would be this way, by 9.4 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters this way. Like I said, you can get all that information on their website specifically. The beta one is the same dimensions. From what I can tell, the main difference in the beta one is just the design, and I'll show you some of that of what it looks like here. And then there was also a 3rd edition one, which actually features a lock on the outside. Apparently that's something that some people asked for, and they went along with it. And I think that's pretty cool. You know, if you want to lock up your box, if you want to leave it sitting around, or if you just forget it, you can make sure that your box is going to be locked. Nobody's going to take your expensive cards. So that's a nice added feature to the 3rd edition. Now those are just some general facts about how many cards that you can fit in here. Personally, I don't have magnetic boxes. I used to, but I just got some of these Ultra Pro boxes, or deck boxes, the other Ultra Pro ones I talked about. So as you can see, you could put 5 in this direction and then 5 more. I've only got 2, so I just put those in there. Maybe I got some card sleeves I want to put in there, extra card sleeves. Just put those in there. And then I got my paper for my life totals. Put some pins in there as well, and throw in the rest of the cards I got for extra. So you don't have to put all deck boxes in there. You can put a variety of whatever you want. And I suppose if you really wanted to, you could take out this wooden piece and maybe put some books in there or whatnot if you like to do some fantasy reading. And I guess it would suit. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about the design of the box. Like I said, I told you what it's made of, and a little bit of the art, but some of the neat features about this box, I think, as opposed to just having a box that'll sit on a table that you might get, where the top just comes off, or just a one of those long boxes that you put like 1,000 cards in, whatever. This is going to be a lot cooler. Basically, you can put it on your bookshelf and it'll look like a book, so it'd be pretty cool. Or you could just lay it around the house as kind of a design item, put it on top of your piano in your bedroom, whatever. Just kind of a conversation piece that looks pretty awesome. And I think that's one of the biggest selling points for an item like this, is that it looks cool, because it's not just a box that's just a cardboard box that you're going to sit around. It's a cool design. It's essentially a fashion statement. I mean, people spend lots of money for a skin in a video game, so if you're going to spend money on a skin, I can definitely see that you would want to buy something like this to carry your stuff around and look even more nerdy or geeky or whatever if you're going for. So like I said, on this specific one, it does have some magnets right here along the edges, and I assume the metal is in the lining here, and it does a pretty good job of holding it. You can put it about a 90 degree and it's going to hold up. You start tilting it a little bit, as you can swell my hands on the bottom there. If you start tilting it like this, you can see it is going to open up. So you can't just turn it upside down and expect everything to stay in there. I suppose they could put a little bit stronger magnets, but you know, I think it does a pretty good job for what it is. And like I said, with the 3rd edition one, they have the lock, and I'm going to say that that's going to hold it pretty tight when you turn it upside down, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you do plan on flipping the box around a whole bunch, I'd say the 3rd edition with the lock is probably a better way to go for you. So like I said, this is the alpha version. There are 2 other versions. There's the beta version and the 3rd edition version. The beta version has kind of a shield on the front and then some feathers that go around the outside and a different background design. But it's basically the same box, just a different look, so if you want a different look, you can do that. And then the 3rd edition one, like I said, is the one that has the lock, and it's more of a fiery design. It has a flame on the front inside of a diamond, and then some symbols on the back as opposed to just the blank back. So it's more of a design thing based on which one you want. And like I said, the 3rd edition one does have the lock. So what do I think about the product as a whole? I mean, it is a box. That is what it is. It's just a box. It doesn't have any fancy mechanical things or anything. So if you're expecting something else, then you might be disappointed. But I think when you'd buy a box, you would expect to get a box. Earlier, I briefly mentioned that if you wanted to, you could actually take this middle piece out and put some books in there. It actually wasn't the original intention for it when it was designed. So if you do take it out, you might notice that there's a little bit of scuffs on the felt up here, maybe some scuff on the actual board itself. Like I said, that's because it wasn't originally designed to be used that way. It's not a big deal at all, but if you do want to use it in that capacity, it's just something to keep in mind. But it does, like I said, it feels very sturdy. I do like the feel of it. It looks pretty cool, and I think this is a product that I would be interested in myself. I'd probably purchase myself if, you know, I mean, obviously I have one already. But, I mean, for you, it would be a product that you would probably want to purchase if you wanted a box to carry your cards around and look cool at the same time. So before I go, I'd like to briefly mention the Kickstarter campaign that they're doing for their next product. If you notice, this one's actually pretty big, so what they're doing is releasing what they're calling the Pro Tour version, which is essentially a smaller version that's going to contain a lock. So I'll put the link in the description to that, and you all can go check them out and help support them. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you all later.